Hi, One Best BR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 4 in the NFL preseason. We're talking right now with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp. And Jordan Sharp, you are going to be covering with me maybe the most fun game out of the Week 4 NFL preseason. Maybe every week. It's the Philadelphia game, right? Philly at the Jets. Right now, Philly is a 5 or 5.5 point road favorite. The total is 44 or 44.5. Philly is just like the Ronda Rousey of the NFL preseason, aren't they? They're 3-0 straight up against the spread, over/under. I think they've gone over in every preseason game over the last 3 years, except for one. And the Jets are 2-1 straight up, ATS and over/under themselves. So I guess your first thought has to be the over 44. The last 2 years, the Eagles' Week 4 games did go over, but not by a lot. They weren't those games that went into the 50s and 60s. They did get into the mid-40s, though, which would get you another cash on the over here at the current line of 44. What do you think, Jordan Sharp? Do we take the over?
Yeah, it's tough on the total here, but just because it is so high all the way up at 44. You know, I mean, yeah, but Philadelphia, they have no problem scoring in the NFL preseason right now, and they've been shooting up the Super Bowl odds boards as well. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but you know, I'm hesitant because I have a feeling we might be seeing a lot of Tim Tebow, and I don't know if that's going to affect the over/under for Philly here. But there's also, I think, the possibility that the Jets put up kind of a stinker and don't really score that many points here too. So I'm not really gung ho about really anything. If I had to bet, I think I'd probably just pass on this game just because I think it's just a little bit too high profile, so the lines are going to be really sharp for this one. Yeah. I don't know, but do you kind of get that same sense just because this is, you know, Philly's had such a good preseason that maybe the odds makers are kind of inflating these a little bit?
I mean, last year, Philly playing this same kind of system beat the Jets 37-7 in Week 4, which means that you'd still get a push on the over. You wouldn't get a loss on it, but you'd get a win on the side. I don't know. Yeah, if you take the over and it loses, you feel like the biggest sucker in the world. But if you pass on the over and it cashes, you just feel like the biggest idiot as well. So it's a tough situation. Jordan Sharp, what are you going to do? Are you going to pass on this game or give us a pick?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this one for now.
All right, what should I do, Jordan? Do you dare me to take the over 44?
No, I think you can do it. I think that you know, Phillies, if we get a lot of Matt Barkley and Mark Sanchez, I think there's definitely a good you know, position for the over. So, you know, wait for the news to come out. But if you hear that they're going to get some playing time, yeah, I'd take over the over.
Yeah, and maybe the Jets will be like, you know, we can score too. You know, you're not the only ones who can do this in the preseason and all. You know, if the Jets can get you 17, something like that, then you're probably looking pretty good. All right, it's going to be a pass for Jordan Sharp. I'm going to go official on the over. Currently 44 is one of the market wide numbers. We'll see where this line closes. Thanks so much, Jordan.